What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are back once again for some more Formula 1 22 My Team Career Mode. This is race 12 of 16 in season 2. We got 4 races left. We got this race, we got Mexico, we got Portugal, and then the season finale in Abu Dhabi. We are currently sitting in P4 in the Drivers' Championship, and if we don't win this race, I'm pretty sure we are mathematically out of the championship. So very important that we do well here in qualifying. Very important that we start on pole and try to win this race in order to stay in the championship. I think we also need Charles Leclerc to not do so well in this race, because even if he comes P2, I don't think it will be enough, even if we won every single race left in this season. But we are coming off a pretty good drive in Singapore. We started P16, we had an engine penalty due to the DNF in Monza. We started P16 and we made our way up into P7, so pretty good recovery. We didn't get too many points. Sebastian Vettel only came in P6. He finished right in front of us, so hopefully he can have a better drive as well. It's looking good so far here in qualifying. Sebastian Vettel also has to have a pretty good drive here because we're still in the fight for the Constructors' title. We are only 47 points back of Red Bull with 4 races left, so I think we can definitely still get the Constructors' Championship. We obviously just have to do well in these last few races here in Season 2. The only issue with today is that I am suffering another grid penalty once again. We have a 5-place grid penalty because of a gearbox replacement. 2 of them broke down on us in the races, and then the other ones are just, regular wear and tear. We almost lost the last one in Singapore. Halfway through the race, I lost, I believe it was gear 5, which actually ended up affecting our final position in the race. We ended up letting Sebastian Vettel pass us so that he can go and chase down Sergio Perez, try and get that P5 spot. In the end, he was unsuccessful, and we couldn't really catch up to him. We didn't really have enough laps left, but it's fine. We're gonna pick up the pieces and move on here at the end of Q2 on our second flying lap. We are currently up 3.5 tenths in front of Max Verstappen, who hasn't been having the greatest qualifying so far, and I'm sure he's going to be trying his absolute best to win this race and the rest of them, because he's the only one really within a realistic shot of getting the championship out of Charles Leclerc's hands. He is 38 points back right now, so a win and a half about, but we come in at the end of Q2 here, and it is going to be a P1 for the end of Q2, not for the actual race. But Sebastian Vettel also comes in P2, so that was a great showing for both of us in this second to last qualifying session here. As we go into Q3 on our final flyer, we dropped the fuel load all the way down. I think this is my second lap. I did the first one with the minimum fuel load, and I kind of conserved it so that I would have the absolute minimum to get us through the lap on the final flyer here. We put up a purple sector 1, a 10.5 up on the previous flyer already, so great start. Lewis Hamilton in P3 hasn't been having the greatest season. Mercedes really this season has kind of dropped off. Verstappen currently sitting on provisional pole. He is overtaken by Sebastian Vettel, so he's currently stuck in a cyborg sandwich. Still a 10.5 up through the final corners here. Only a green sector 2 through the final corner. We're going to see if we can try and get pole here, at the very least P2, start off behind Sebastian Vettel before we have the grid penalty. We cross the line, it's a P2, so theoretically we got a cyborg Porsche 1-2, but we don't know if Sebastian Vettel has a penalty currently. I have a penalty, so I won't be starting in P2. I'll probably be down in P5 or P7, somewhere around there. But let's get right into this race. Let's see if we can make our way from P7 to win this race, score maximum points, and try to keep the fight in this championship here. So we've actually gotten pretty lucky here. We're supposed to have our 5-place grid penalty for the new gearbox replacement. However, I guess all the drivers that were behind me, except Sergio Perez, also suffered some grid penalties. And we are starting in P3. We only lose out 1 spot. And then we lose out to Sebastian Vettel, our teammate, who's on pole position. We lose out to him in qualifying by 1.5 hundredths of a second. So super, super close qualifying. Like, I don't even think that's a single car length. We were pretty much side by side in that qualifying. And we got to win this race. If we don't win the race, I'm pretty sure we're mathematically out of the championship. We might be out of it already, but we're going to try and win this race. And if we can't win the race, we have a very good chance at a 1-2 at the very least, which would be great for the Constructors' Championship. Charles Leclerc, the current championship leader, he is down in P5, so he's got some work to do if he wants to, I guess, lock out this championship. He's going to have to fight from P5 through Alonso, through myself, Sergio Perez, and Sebastian Vettel, which will be quite the challenge. Max Verstappen, I'm not sure where he is. You guys can see up on the group cam where he is. We need a good start. We're starting on the outside, which is great. We don't want to get squeezed down the inside, but we've got to be careful because it is pretty open down the inside, so I'm sure some people are going to be dive bombing here. Okay, here we go for the American Grand Prix here in Austin, Texas. We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway here. And I see Charles going to come down the outside. Sebastian Vettel guarding the inside here. We've got to be careful. Ooh, trying to avoid contact is Carlos Sainz. Gets a move down the inside. We drop down into P4. So we've got a little bit of work to do here now to get this spot back. Not a bad start. We only lost 1 spot. We went a little wide into turn 1, and Carlos Sainz took that opportunity to dive down the inside here. Hopefully Sebastian can start running away with this race, as we need maximum points for the Constructors' Championship. Charles Leclerc getting the run on us now. Down the backstretch, going into turn 12. We're going to guard the inside here. MGUK seems like he's a little bit aware as we just shove Charles Leclerc out. Okay, we are right on Carlos Sainz's gearbox now. I think this is our chance to try and get the move done on him. Get back into the podium spots. The power of that CRM4 rocket ship. We're just going to zoom by Carlos Sainz. Oh, but he's going to go late on the brakes. Sergio Perez a little bit early. Oh, Carlos Sainz, man. We're just going to squeeze him out here. We had a little bit of contact. I don't know if he suffered any wing damage there, but we got the move done. Back up into the podium spot. Sergio Perez, 1.3 seconds ahead. So we're going to be out of DRS range on the main street here, which means Carlos Sainz might be able to reclaim the spot. We're going to have to go on defense here a little bit. Sebastian Vettel with the fastest lap, 4.7 seconds in front. And Carlos Sainz is going to have that DRS, but our battery is just too much for him. Hopefully we can drop him, leave him in the dust here with the dirty air that he will now have to suffer. Okay, we might get him here, actually. Down the main straight, past the pit straight. He's going to the inside to defend. We're going to have to beat him around the outside. Maybe go for an old switcheroo here. Down on turn 1. And we passed Sergio Perez to get into P2. We've now moved up 1 spot from where we started. And we got a lot of work to do now because we got to catch up to our own teammate, Sebastian Vettel, here if we want to win this race. But right now, it's Cyborg 1-2, Cyborg Porsche 1-2 at the moment. I don't think Sergio Perez is done with us yet. He's still right on our gearbox. He might be trying to dive down the inside here. No, he's not going to go down the inside. He's going to have DRS here. We got 100% battery. Let's use it to defend him here. We've managed to get a 2.4 second lead over Sergio Perez. So we are securely in P2. Just going to pray to the heavens that safety car doesn't come out at the absolute worst time and just ruin our race completely. But that is really the only thing that could ruin our race at this point, or another failure, which at this point in the season wouldn't be too surprising. Sebastian Vettel is up ahead by 5.6 seconds. And we are gaining on him. Not by a lot, but little by little every lap. Actually, we lost a little bit of time there in Sector 1. And we're going to have to make back now. And I think we are pitting before Sebastian Vettel here. So we will have a lap or so on some fresh tires. I think we're going to come out in some traffic, though. We might come out with the AlphaTauris over there. Just entering turn 12 now, I believe. But we'll see how long the pit stop is here. I think this one's a little longer because the pit straight is pretty long. Let's see what we could do with some fresh tires. Carlos Sainz is also entering the pit. Sergio Perez is staying out with Sebastian Vettel. I'm assuming Max Verstappen may be in this lap. Optimal turn in here. Mistakes, come on, guys. Nice. 2.5, not too bad.
We're happy with that one. Okay, battery's looking good. You can use the overtake button to get past. There appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating.
No, man. Oh my god, what now? What now? I don't know. What's the issue? There's nothing wrong with the engine. George Russell trying to make a move down the inside here. As he locks up, we get back into the P5 here. So we are in P5. These guys in front of us still have to pit. Hopefully, everything's fine with the engine. Please, do not fail on me again.
Sebastian's in for his
Okay,
stop.
Sebastian Vettel's in for a stop. So let's see where we come out here. Might be a little bit behind. Hopefully, we can get down the pit straight in time here as Norris and Tsunoda dive into the pits. What? I'm done. I'm done with this season, man. I am done with this season. Bro. Again, another issue. Another one? Oh my god, man. How do we have so many failures in one season? I literally don't understand. I don't get it. Bro. Walk of shame. Into the paddock. Well, our season's done. We have no chance. I'm pretty sure we're out of the Drivers' Championship here. I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. Like, I'm not even fuming. I'm just tired and frustrated at this point in the season. And now that we are mathematically out of the Drivers' Championship, I cannot wait for season 3 to start because I'm literally done with this season. It's been 4 DNFs now, 7 for the team. On the bright side, Sebastian Vettel wins the race. Sergio Perez and Carlos Sainz taking the other 2 steps on the podium. And then in the Constructors' Championship, we are in P4. 2 points behind McLaren. I think we were 1 point last race. Or coming into this race, we're now 2 points behind. We're 22 points behind Ferrari and 45 behind Red Bull. So still got a solid chance for P2. Even P1, we'd have to get a 1-2 or something in the next race in order to make it close with Red Bull. And Sebastian Vettel now moves in front of us in this Drivers' Championship. He's got 119 points versus my 115. I think we're both out of the championship. We're like nearly 100 points back of Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen is really the only one at this point who has a shot of taking the title out of Charles' hands here. But this is just proof here of how much pace we actually have in this car. Out of the 13 races that have been done this season, Cyborg Porsche has 7 of the fastest laps out of those 13 races, which is literally a majority of the races here. But ironically, we also have 7 DNFs, which is a crap ton of points we've lost out on throughout the season as a team and individually between Sebastian Vettel and I. So hopefully with all these points we're going to stack, we can either use them to keep our components for next season and stay in front of the grid, or if there's no regulation changes, we could just use them to get more upgrades going into next season and hopefully be back out in front with some better reliability if they can get their together and actually make a car that can finish a race. But that's going to be it for this one. I mean, if you watched up to this point, please drop a like, because I'm getting tired of doing these races and we can't even finish a race. So the likes will keep me going. Feel free to subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. We got Mexico up next, and I haven't raced it in a while. It's been a while. I don't think I've raced it since F1 2021, so I don't even think I've raced it in these new cars. But hopefully that goes well. Hopefully we don't DNF, and hopefully we can get a good result, because we're still in the fight for the constructors. We can still get away with it. At the very least, we are 100% in the fight for P2 in the constructors. So hit the notification bell so you guys know when this race comes out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great night, guys.